Bonjour et bienvenue sur la 16th. That is to say, hello and welcome to On the 16th, the international edition, brought to you live from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I am CJ, the writer, producer, director of the skits and segments that you've seen on the 16th, and I want to take a quick moment to give a very French thank you to all of you who have been supporting me by subscribing to the channel, watching the videos, or both. You are greatly appreciated. So now, to my trip to Montreal. With the exception of gas prices, which are actually higher here than in the States, I've enjoyed my time away from the foolishness that was going on when I left. Donald Trump, Newt Gingrich, and the rest talking all that racist and Jim Crow BS. Being abroad has helped me see things from a slightly different perspective. Now don't get me wrong, there's racial discrimination and things here in Canada as well. I've seen it on the news, so I know that they deal with it here, but I have not personally had any issues with racial discrimination here. I've had some people be very rude to me, but that could be because I'm an American, or it could simply be because they are rude individuals. Rude and racist are not the same. So, what is racism? Racism is more than simply using the N-word. And by the way, substituting ninja for the N-word somehow seems offensive to the Japanese. I don't know, but I digress. Racism is also more than stereotypes. At its very core, racism is hatred. Webster's defines racism as a belief that race is the primary determinant of human traits and capabilities, and that racial differences produce an inherent superiority of a particular race. So in order to make some points, I'd like to use an analogy. The television show V, I think everybody's familiar with TV, features alien visitors that like to use humans for food. Now I know it doesn't fit into this definition because the visitors aren't human, but bear with me. The V like to eat humans. So let's say they call them nougats because they are tasty little morsels. Now these visitors can travel through galaxies, they have advanced weapons, so in a very real way, they wield power. However, they only see nougats as one thing, walking food. That sounds pretty racist to me. Now the nougats, or human beings, fight back and resist them because I think it's safe to say they hate the visitors and they don't like being their snacks. Now, is that reverse racism? This gets at the problem with the dialogue that we've failed to have in the U.S. People believe that racism goes both ways. It does not. Racism is not just hatred, nor is it simply using racial epithets. Anyone can do that. There is a fundamental imbalance of power and oppression of one group by another simply because they believe it is their right to do so. That couldn't be any more wrong. Now, acting like the V don't exist wouldn't make the problem go away, would it? And don't get me started on the humans who work against their own self-interest and support the V, even though the only thing they have in common is that they all vote red. I mean, wear red suits. So, think about what I've shared with you, okay? As far as I'm concerned, I will tell you this much. I ain't nobody's nougat. So, from Montreal, au revoir, je vais vous revoir la prochaine fois, which is to say goodbye, and I will see you next time on the 16th.